Welcome back, guys, to another amazing episode of Live Wise. We are all in the process of changing the name. Actually, we have changed the name. So, going forward after this episode, our podcast title will be called Wire Talks. And today we have a fantastic guest, none other than Joy School. School, am I saying it correct? Yeah. She just came back from the World Transplant Games where she competed in multiple events. So I've heard the walking and swimming, and she won a fantastic gold medal. Oh my word, that's so cool. Joy, welcome on the show. It's such an honor to have you on as a guest. Please tell us about yourself.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
So I'm Joy, as you heard. I'm from Cape Town. I'm currently studying medicine.
Yeah.
I'm at the Stellenbosch University at Tygerberg. And I'm a cancer survivor.
Yeah.
And I've also had a bone marrow transplant, hence why I could attend the World Transplant Games. And that's my story.
Yeah. Okay. Tell us about life before the surgery and the sickness. What was your average day looking like?
So I'm a swimmer, so I love swimming. So
Okay.
I started swimming when I was grade two.
Yeah.
And so that was my life, like every weekend, taking part in galas, going
Okay.
to school like a normal person.
Yeah. Which club did you compete for?
Extreme aquatics. I don't think they're a club anymore, they're life saving.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So they do life saving. But so swimming was my thing. Very involved in church as well. Growing up, I did spiritual dancing. I still do spiritual dancing.
Okay.
I'm a leader in my church. I'm a leader of the spiritual dancers. But so that was what I was doing. And like I said, I enjoy the outdoors. Okay, I didn't say that on here, but anyway.
Yeah. I enjoy the outdoors, no problem.
I enjoy the outdoors, so swimming, hiking, camping, like my parents. We enjoyed like going on trips and stuff. And it was actually on one of our trips that we took as a family at the end of the year. I started getting sick.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So that was me before getting sick. I was actually on a trip when,
So crazy how things can just change.
Change quickly,
moment's
like-
notice.
up until grade 8, I was doing swimming. And then when I was supposed to start.
Yeah. Okay. So for those of you who, as you know, we always have a theme for this podcast episodes, and today's theme is all about second chances and making the most of it. And who better than to have an amazing world transplant game champion that you are. Tell me the time that you went under or you experienced it. What was that like? That whole journey of like first you realize that you have this disease and this is the process now towards recovery. Obviously, there's so much uncertainty that comes with that. What was that whole process like?
So it was actually tough. Like I was 14. I was a teenager.
So young.
Very young. Yeah, I was forced to grow up because I was faced with like death, uncertainty, like you're saying, the unknown, fear, not even understanding what leukemia is.
Yeah.
So my family and I, we were on a trip. We were road tripping through South Africa, and the main place was the Kruger National Park. And I started getting like high fevers of like 40 degrees, and they couldn't understand what was wrong.
Yeah.
But it was so funny. My mom was like giving me medication and whatever, and I was like, I'm fine, like I'm fine. I just wanted to enjoy myself. It's like slides, water slides, all of those things. I take the medication, I feel better. I have no pain, there's no problem. I'm okay. And I'm just enjoying myself. As if I knew, like, my spirit knew something is going to happen, because that was in December. And after Christmas, we'll take like a 2-3 week trip. And when I got back, so I was still not well, I was still sick, and mom was like, no, we need to take you to the doctor. And then, so I have a fever and it's like flu type symptoms. And the doctor said, if your fever doesn't break, you must go to the hospital. And that was the case. I went to the hospital. I went to medalist. And the next day, so they took me for tests. And because we were in a malaria area, they thought, okay, maybe it's malaria because I was in the Kruger National Park. And so they did all those tests and so on. And I hate needles. Oh,
Yeah, same.
God, why me?
Oh,
But anyway, me and everything, taking blood and all of that stuff. And okay, and then everything happened so fast. Like I remember the Saturday, I was rushed to hospital. The Sunday they did the test and everything. The Monday the doctor spoke to my parents and they were like, "Good news, it's not a malaria. Bad news, it's leukemia." And I didn't even know what leukemia was back then. And I just remember my parents being pulled out of the room and me then coming back. My mom is red and she's crying. And I'm confused. I'm like, what is leukemia? I don't really know.
Yeah.
And then they explained to me that it's blood cancer. Cancer in the blood, and I was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia. And yeah, so my family and I, they just came around me and we prayed, and from there onwards, we just asked the Lord that He would carry me through. So there was no, even though death was in the back of my mind, I was more about getting through it. Like,
what a mentality.
yeah, like facing it, like, I'm not going to die. The devil is not going to take my life through this disease.
Yeah.
I'm going to make it through. I'm going to get through it. And I lost all my hair. I went through 3 rounds of chemo, continuous chemo. So like 24 hours for 7 days. So that's 21 days of chemo, but in different times. So I would have a week of chemo and then 3 weeks of rest. And this is all in hospital.
Yeah.
3 weeks of recovery and then another set of chemo. And then before the transplant, so I had to have an intensive set of chemo because they had to wipe out everything, all the cancerous cells and everything. And then I had my bone marrow transplant. So I needed a bone marrow transplant because of this leukemia. Like you can get certain blood type blood cancer, you don't need a transplant.
Okay.
But because mine was so severe, I needed a transplant. And it's a 25% chance that your sibling is a match.
Okay.
So you can have siblings and none of them can be a match. But I was blessed in the fact that my brother was my donor. He's a 99.9% genetic match.
Yeah, what an anomaly.
It's so crazy. And I only have one brother also. So it wasn't necessary for me to go onto a registry and to go onto a list to see if someone out there in the world is a match to me. But yeah, so this all happened within the span of 6 months. And everything happened so quick. And at one point, they thought they were going to lose me as well. I went into a coma, but I bounced back after that. And yeah.
You know, like as a you were 14 at the time, right? As a 14-year-old human being, life is still so like empty in terms of there's so much things that you still need to find and understand. And for any person to undergo such amount of stress at a young age is, I can't imagine what it is like, but I can only think that like it's unimaginable type of pressure and worriment because you don't know what's happening next. I mean, you're just hitting your high school year where you finding out new things, and to go through all of these things, like how is your mentality like shifted around this new process of okay, this is my life, let's say for the extended amount of period until the doctors say I'm fine?
Like I said, my faith was really strong. I think my faith was really tested through this whole ordeal, but it was really God who carried me through. I can't give anyone else the credit. I can't even take the credit for myself to say that I made it through it because without him, I wouldn't have. My mom still bought me like a nice Bible, special for. I had a Bible before then, but special for my time in hospital. I still have it and use it. But yeah, I was forced to grow up. Like you say, you don't know anything as a 14-year-old. You think you're this big girl. You're leaving high school. You're leaving primary school now, going to high school. I went to the Settlers High School,
Okay.
and yeah, so I was grade 8, and then the end of the year, ready to go to grade 9, and then I was diagnosed with a cancer 3 days before I was supposed to start school.
Yeah.
And yeah, like my in the beginning, my mentality was like, why, why? And I think that's my message now. Like I don't ask why anymore. I rather figure out how this can bring out a better outcome. Like how can I say? I cannot ask why me anymore because the Lord has a plan, and so I just need to get through this to see what His bigger plan is for me.
Correct.
And so, yeah, it took me a while to get there. I'm still dealing with the trauma of what I actually went through. If I realize now, studying what I am studying, the degree that I'm doing, I could have died. Like I literally could have died, and I didn't think of it like that. Like the chemo, it's poison that was flowing through my veins. Like imagine what that does to you. All the coma and the steroids, like the cortisone that they gave me swelling up and not understanding why that is happening. Me being fatigued, but that's because everything was wiped out, the good and the bad.
And at a young age, like,
At 14, it's crazy. Like if I speak about, I never speak about it like this, like because it's really hectic.
And I appreciate you for being comfortable with sharing
No,
it,
it's like I love sharing my story because it really made me who I am today. Like the whole story shaped me. So I was diagnosed in Melomed, but they didn't have a facility to treat me.
Okay.
So my treatment took place at Netcare Girls River.
All the doctors at Netcare in Kills River. This is what you guys accomplished. You guys made someone nice and strong so that they can achieve great things. And thank you so much for your hard work and your continuous hard work out there. I think it's a testimony to you guys put your mind to something and you're just patient and you trust in the man above. Anything is possible. So, Netcare Kills River, thank you so much. Yeah. The moment after everything subsided and became more calm again, what was that like to go back into sport again? And did you ever feel like you were going to compete at a high level again?
Um, the whole transition into normal life and sport, it wasn't so easy. I don't even think I did a lot of sport, like if I'm being honest.
Okay.
I was really good in something, I was fit, I was at my best, and I thought, whoa, this whole like cancer just took that away from me. And up until now I'm not where I was back then in sport. Like I was winning in swimming, I was doing my best, I was really like thriving then. And I'm still now, 9 years later, trying to get back to where I was. So I'll never be where I was then, but I can only try and get better as we go along. So my school obviously knew about what I went through. They kept a place for me for that year in 2016 where I was being treated, and so I just could come back in grade 9 and then do grade 9 again. I didn't start grade 9, but I could then start in 2017, and I was unfit. I couldn't do any sport. I couldn't do anything. Yes, the physio was there and she helped me in my whole deal in hospital. But yeah, so my school has this thing where you can, if you can't do sport, you can like be on the committee. Okay. And you can like manage, like do the admin and all those things. Yeah. So I love sport, but I couldn't do it. Yeah. And it took me a while to get back into it. So I was on the committee of like some sports teams, like the admin and the managing. And because I love medicine, I also did first aid. So then I would be first aiding at events.
Oh, that's
at the sport events and stuff. So that's how I got back into it.
I just saw the stories, like, so like just seeing like what you went through, and you were facilitating everyone else's games. Someone says, "Oh, my elbows are so oblique." Like, do you know what I went through? Like, do you know what I went? I think you can play, please. But yeah, just thought of it. Oh,
Yeah, so I did first aid, and then slowly started getting back into cross country. So I'm not good with a sports with a ball, not at all. That's why swim and eye coordination. I mean, you can train it apparently, but
of course, yeah.
I don't have time. You say I do swimming and then cross country
Correct.
because it's got nothing to do with the ball.
Yeah.
So running and swimming is my thing.
Okay.
And yeah, so I slowly got back into cross country.
Yeah.
And then yeah, that was what I was doing, but not even fast. Like I was so slow. Share my coach at school, he was like always pushing me. Like I was so unfit. Like I lost muscle mass. I was just laying in hospital, wasting away. The first they would try and keep and let me do things every day, but any type of movement, I believe, is okay as long as you try, as long as you're doing what you can.
100%.
And even me now in my busy schedule, even if I can just get a 30-minute jog, like I can't even come to swimming anymore because my times are so hectic. Like I must be in hospital like 6:30 in the morning, and we're leaving hospital 6 o'clock in the evening. Training is from 4 to 6, but yeah, it's just like
Yeah, but
so.
you said something awesome that like no matter how busy your schedule is, you always try and force time. If I can use force as a good word, that you always try and make time so that you can maintain your physical well-being. Because imagine just sitting, you have a tough shift at work, and then you come home and everything is so stiff. You never had like time to release all that negative
Yeah.
all up in your body, but it's so amazing that you always still you try and make time no matter how busy the schedule is. And I think a lot of people can benefit from that because everyone has an excuse.
Yeah.
Like so many athletes, they always have an excuse. But the ones that come is the people that they force and try and make time, and maybe not all of them share their stories as to why or what they are sacrificing to be there. But they also so much greater for making that effort. And it's not just about sports, it's like you become a better human being.
Yeah.
Because you don't like lie back on your excuses and use it for everything, but you try and find, like not why, but what can I do next to better myself, So that's so amazing.
Yeah, so right now I'm training for the 10 kilometer for the peace run in the Cape Town Marathon
Okay,
for
nice.
Sanlam. And we actually running for cancer. So I don't know if you know about the brand Can SA.
Can SA, no, not.
Cancer. And we busy raising funds for them. They also an organization who helps people with cancer. So like if you need like they have cancer homes and so on. If you need support, you need help. There's volunteers who have support groups.
Okay.
And they do these relays, cancer relay for life as well. We do a 12-hour relay, and you sit up and you walk for 12 hours. So you take you and your family or friends, you make a team.
Yeah.
And then there must always be someone of your team on the track.
I don't think you should compete in that.
No.
Because you're gonna win.
It's not a competition. you just on the track, and it's to commemorate the lives that has gone before us, and also to raise awareness about cancer and the fact that it takes lives, and that it's a very important illness to be aware of and to know the signs and the things to look out for. And to go for screenings and for tests and to make sure you have your annual health checkup and all of those things.
Yeah, and I will put a link in this video for people to go on and share. And if they want to donate or comment or whatever, please, guys, support Can SA. They're working wonders to try and get people back to the healthy lifestyles that they used to be at or trying to be at. And I'm all about supporting whichever foundation is trying to do their best out there. So thank you for sharing that. I'll definitely put in the link. Yeah. So what type of role did sport play in your physical health, and recovery. I know we touched a little bit on it, but in terms just of like getting back into sport and just understanding that in order to get better physically and mentally, I need to be doing something active. Um,
So,
tell us about it.
like I said, I got slowly but surely got back into cross country because I used to do it in primary school as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But then it dropped. But yeah, that's how I got back into it. Slowly starting to walk again.
Okay.
Walking for a bit, walking for 50 minutes or so. I still do it now if I'm too tired to run.
Okay.
But yeah, that's how baby steps. Like if you can't run, walk, if you can't walk, crawl. Um, I would remember how 10 minutes. So I had a bike in my room, an exercise bike in my hospital room.
Okay.
I would remember how I couldn't do it for 10 minutes. Some days I couldn't even do it for 5 minutes. And those are the things that I celebrate now, being able to walk longer than 5 minutes. If you think like walking longer than 5 minutes is nothing like that.
Yeah.
Anyone can just go for longer than 5 minutes. But I couldn't do that. I couldn't cycle for more than 5 minutes. And I'd be out of bed, I'd be dead. And I had to go lay there on the hospital bed. And so sport really played a major role in me getting back to where I am now, getting back to being able to compete on a world stage. Like I've never gotten the opportunity to compete on a world stage, like the World Transplant Games, and I think God gave me this opportunity through my illness, almost dying, to be able to compete.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, like
taking every opportunity
yes,
as a blessing to become better than you are.
And so, yeah, I would say just taking it one step at a time, trying to better myself. 15 minutes of walking today, tomorrow I'm trying to do it.
Yeah.
And so we improve.
Tell us about the World Transplant Games. What is it about? How was the atmosphere, the feeling, the experience? What was it like winning this fantastic, beautiful gold medal? Please, yeah, share with us.
So, the World Transplant Games is, let's say, an organization where you can be part of and take part in if you've had a transplant. So, like a lung transplant, heart, kidney, liver, even bone marrow. So, it was a bit of a situation a while back because bone marrow is not an organ. But now it's being allowed and it's part of the World Transplant Games. It's part of the organization. And so, yeah, if you've had a transplant, you can be part of your country's organization. So in South Africa, it's the South African Transplant Sports Association. And we even have it on a regional basis as well. So in the Western Cape, we have the Western Cape Transplant Sports Association, and then there's one in Gauteng, in PE, and there's another. I can't remember now. But anyway. So then all the different provinces, we will come together and take part in the National Transplant Games. And this happens in all different countries as well. So like in America, in Germany, Italy, wherever this happens. And if you qualify in the national games, you then can go through to the World Transplant Games. But you still have more qualifications after reaching that point. So once you qualify in the national transplant games, like, okay, I swam now that distance that is qualifying. It's not over then, so it doesn't mean that I'm actually going to the World Transplant Games. We have training camps and we have pre-qualifications.
Okay, as a prerequisite to get into the
World Transplant Games, but that is just for South Africa because we get sponsored like by the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture. There's other sponsors who also sponsor us, so we have to make sure we put in the hard work and before actually getting on that plane.
Interesting.
That was tough for me because now this is leading up to the transplant games. I'm studying medicine and having to train. There was many times, and I felt so bad. Excuses after excuses, like you said, like I can't come, coach. I can't come. Also, I wasn't worried about like I had a walking coach as well,
Okay.
speed walking coach, and we would meet like once a month just to work on technique and so on.
Yeah.
But other than that, the swimming was like the main thing. So I would have to train like every day, and it was sometimes impossible for me to train every day.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'd be stuck in a ward round in hospital, and I have to be at swimming. And
How did you find time to train like flip it like literally 27 hours in your day and you have to find a 28-hour like somewhere like
it was so difficult, like even now, and I feel so bad making the excuse that I can't come, but I literally can't come.
Yeah.
So every moment I got, like if it's a Saturday morning, then I'm off, okay, I'll be at training. Or they also have morning training, so then if I can come maybe in the morning and I miss the evening, and that's how I just had to juggle
Okay.
training. But yeah, back to the world transplant game. Like what? That was your question.
Yeah, that was the question.
And I'm here talking about
No,
training.
never apologize. Never.
But yeah, like meeting people who also had transplants, your age, like, and even older, like connected with like older people, like 60-year-olds, like we all share that. The fact that
The
we
similarity of we've been through the struggle.
through a hectic journey like we've almost lost our lives, and now to be able to celebrate our lives through sport, I think is an amazing um, blessing that we have, because our bodies were once like
Lost.
like dead, like
Good.
we needed something in order to live. Without that organ, without the bone marrow, I wouldn't have been here. I guess it's God that orchestrates all things, and He made it possible for us to get a donor to be able to still have that second chance.
Yeah.
And many also lose their lives. Many don't get that second chance, and so um, many don't get an organ also, and then they die.
Yeah.
And we also celebrated that. We celebrated their lives, we commemorated their lives, and honored them. And the event was also about honoring our donors. Like without them, we wouldn't have been where we are today. We would have not been here. We would have died. And I would have loved my brother to be there. He wasn't able to. None of my family members were there, but the transplant family is such a
Nice community.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I have like friends, like I was saying, I have like 60-year-old friends within like the South African Transplant School Association.
Yeah.
And we catch up, and like me and one of the ladies, we did a 10K race last week.
Okay.
And it's nice, man. Like we feel like family. Like
Beautiful.
she also had a bone marrow transplant, same doctor, same hospital. And so yeah, it was the experience was out of this world. I still can't believe it's over and it's back to reality. Like I just wanted to stay there.
Yeah.
And winning the medal, I can't believe it. Like
To represent your country,
yeah, like
national team, and world games.
like I never knew. I never knew about the transplant games, and I always wondered. Like I always wanted to be. I wanted to take part in the Olympics. Like that was always a dream of mine.
Yeah.
And maybe this is my way of taking part. So the World Transplant Games is like the Olympics, but for patients who had transplants. And so yeah, like maybe this is my way of being able to take part on a world stage, like represent your country, getting your national colors. Like we had the whole blazer ceremony and everything. Like it was so like whoa.
Yeah.
Tears in my eyes. Like
no. Firstly, again, congratulations on a fantastic journey and accomplishments. There's many more to come, God willing. I think you're such an inspiration. Honestly, like setback after setback, you still persevere, you push through, you find time. And I always say efforts get rewarded no matter how much you look at it or what different direction you look at it. Effort always gets rewarded. Seeing that the theme is about second chances, how did your perspective change in terms of how you see things now? Whether there's a setback or something negative happens or failure versus opportunity, like how do you structure your mindset now when you face these new things?
everything happens for a reason. Like that is just my mindset now. Like there must be a reason why I must now stand here and have a doctor shout at me because I'm not presenting the correct way. There must be a reason. There must be a reason why
The
I
best
can't be in the
excuse.
pool even though I really want to.
Yeah.
And so I take all these challenges, even how small they are, and think about the fact that there must be method in this madness. There must be a reason why I have to go through this. And so instead of asking why I have to go through this, why I have to face this challenge, and
Yeah.
why does it have to be me all the time? It's always me. Like a lot of people have this, and they go into this sort of like shell and think I'm done with this now. I'm tired. It's always challenge after challenge. Like I never see light at the end of the tunnel. Um, I find myself in a space like that many times, and I just have to bounce back and be like, "Oh, you can, so you can get out of this." And I think you just have to find something. So my thing is God, like, and that is really what changed my mindset. Is really what changed my mindset, and helps me daily get through these different challenges. Like
Strong
studying medicine
belief.
is not easy. Like um, doing sport is not easy. It's really not easy. Like if you lose and a game or you lose a race and you think, yo, I put in so much effort into this. Why didn't I win? There's a reason for it. Maybe you have to train harder. Maybe it wasn't even that. Maybe it was the weather. Maybe it
Yeah.
was
Just
your
not your
mind.
time.
Yeah, that just wasn't your time to achieve that. But you will achieve it when the time is right. There's a scripture like that, like when the time is right, I will make it happen. And we made it happen. And like I said, I always wanted to be able to take part on a world stage, like be in the Olympics or get my national colors. Like I always saw people getting their VP colors in school. And I was like, yo, when's
Yeah,
my
you
chance
ain't
coming?
got to
Like
get a whole national blazer.
I always saw people like people getting their VP colors in like rugby, athletics.
Yeah.
When is my time coming? Like for swimming, like I never got my VP colors in swimming, but now I have my SA colors, like
Yeah.
in the World Transplant Games, and it's for different events. But yeah, I'm very proud of my achievement. But I'm also thankful to God for where He has me and for helping me with my mindset. Like many times, like anybody out there, all of us for that matter, we can find ourselves in the gutter and we don't know how to get out of it. But I'd say find your thing. Maybe it isn't God, but maybe there is something out there that can give you the faith that can boost you when you need that boosting. Yeah.
No, 100%. What's one perspective you wish people can like adopt when facing these type of challenges? This is now like for all athletes, non-athletes, just people that are stuck in their day-to-day struggles and just sort of becoming comfortable in it. What's one perspective that they can just adopt from your
Don't
journey?
don't give up. Don't give up. Like there's many. Like, it's easy to say. It's easier said than done. Like don't give up. 3 words. But what I can really say is don't. There's many times I wanted to give up, but then I thought, no, man, they there must be something. There must be a reason why I have to go through this. Why I have to push through.
Yeah.
And that was my mindset in hospital as well. Like I'm not gonna give up this fight. I'm not going to. I'm going to get through this. And you have to. You sometimes have to lie to yourself also. Like maybe it feels like you're not going to get there, but you have to have the faith that you will get there.
Yeah. Dissociate the mind and the
Yeah,
body.
yeah, like I may look like I'm dying, but I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna accept it. And sometimes it's the opposite way around. Like you work towards something and you don't achieve it. Still, don't give up. Don't give up because your time is coming. Like it will come when it has to come.
Correct.
And yeah,
Okay. So what's next for you now? What's next in line for Joy? Sure. School,
good.
sorry. Afrikaans teachers probably watching this.
So yeah, now the next thing that I have coming up is the 10 kilometers. So that's what I'm training for.
Okay.
But in terms of sport, I should be training for the national transplant games because
When's that taking place?
So the National Transplant Games is taking place next year. When exactly and where, we don't know yet.
Okay.
But we are training for Belgium. So the World Transplant Games in
It's always in
2027.
Germany.
Uh,
Or somewhere close to Germany, right?
I don't know, but I love it because we get to travel
Correct,
and
yeah.
see the world out there. Because it's not really about the medal; it's more about the life and
It's the journey.
the journey,
It's all about the
that
journey.
you've made, the race that you've had to run to get to where you are now, and the work and the effort that you've had to put in
Correct.
to get to where you are. So yeah, next up is the National Transplant Games, but I also need to study because next year is my last year, and then it's Dr. Joy.
You're not serious.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's huge. Yeah, it's so huge.
yeah. So
Dr. Joy.
yeah,
She
advocating
was.
for second chance in life, sport, transplant, transplant awareness. Also, become a donor. Like you can become a stem cell donor. It doesn't take an organ out of you.
Yeah.
They just like with my brother, he had to get injections to speed up his cell generating process within the body, and he had to do that for 3 days, and then they harvested the stem cells, and then the next day it was my transplant. So all it takes is a swab in the mouth. The organization's name is TKMS.
TKMS. Okay.
Yeah, and you can look that up on the internet and become a donor.
Yeah. Fantastic.
And also become an organ donor.
Yeah.
They're trying to do this thing. They were speaking about it where they have this opt out thing.
Okay.
Where when you are born, or when you have, I guess when you can also speak for yourself and make decisions, then you can choose to opt out.
Yeah.
But if you haven't made that decision to opt out, then you are an organ donor naturally. Just because, but you can decide that you don't want to be an organ donor.
Okay. Okay. It's a
Because
comfortable type of choice that you can make.
yeah, but also because when they're in that space where maybe in an accident and they don't know what to do, whether you've chosen to be an organ donor or not, they can just decide, and there's no ethics involved because you haven't chosen to opt out.
Yeah. I think
So
that's
that's something
we
we're trying to,
Yeah.
that's something we're trying to do in Germany, but it's very difficult because like you have different religions who don't believe in organ donation, don't believe in organ transplants,
Yeah.
receiving blood and all of those things. Also become a blood donor. Like I've had
Become
so
a donor,
many.
guys. Any donor. Just become a donor. Free donor. Anyone want to give?
I've had so many blood transfusions in my time in
Yeah.
hospital because my blood counts would drop to low,
Yeah.
infections and all of
And it
those
was lots of those donors, like,
yeah, like
shout out to everyone
yeah.
donates blood, doing your good work to society. It's paying off
Yeah.
evidently. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Joy, last but not least, anything that you want to leave people that's watching this fantastic podcast episode with you, leave them with anything that you find that they will grasp. I think your entire story is already such an inspirational. To see you here now thriving and still continue to thrive in the near future. What would you like to leave them?
All I have to say is have faith. Like when you have nothing, when everything is gone into shambles, you don't know which way to go. Have faith in God. Like He's gonna carry you through. And if it's not God that you believe in, and it's something else, it may be that as well. But have faith. Just have faith that you'll get through whatever you're facing, whatever trial it is that you'll face in the future. Even just have faith. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic, fantastic. Guys, it's been another fantastic episode of Wire Talks, getting to know Joyce School in a lovely and amazing, amazing episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave your comments. Don't not share it with your friends, your family. If you don't want to do that, that's okay. They'll find it somewhere else. But Joy, thank you so much for making the time for your busy schedule. Appreciate you again. And this has been a fantastic episode. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Anytime, anytime, anytime. Cheers, guys.